Want to know how your Sigma man can test to see if you're compatible or not? Well, stay tuned as we delve into the details. It's obvious that Sigma males are attracted to women who are respectful, confident, and independent. Sigma males can handle sarcasm, but if you always try to give your Sigma man some sarcastic answers, then it's time to pack your bags and leave the place. It's because your higher levels of sarcasm will surely turn off your Sigma man, who will eventually cut off from you without considering the need to give you a reason for breakup. So, how does a Sigma man test a woman and realize that she's the ideal and the only girl with whom he wants to have a romantic connection? Test number 1. How tolerant are you? Well, he would first test how much patience you have by putting you in situations that will reflect your tolerance levels. Probably, if your Sigma man has already started the dating process with you, he may ask you to reach out at a particular time at a specific venue and make you wait for a while till he shows up, as if he had just reached there. But remember, punctuality is the inborn trait of Sigma males, and that's why he would have been hiding somewhere to notice how much you can spend time for him or simply wait for him without cribbing and insulting him for the delay. So, the moment you start shouting at him for his planned delay of 15 minutes to half an hour, remember, you have failed the first patience test of your Sigma man. He will definitely not say, "Let's break up then and there," but remember, he's watching you to know your reactions and how well you can control yourself in anger-driven situations. The next test to understand how tolerant you are will probably involve you in a conversation that also has a mention of his best friend or his favorite person. So, your Sigma man may have called you out to shop in a mall, but he has already plotted to see how you will react when he buys all the things in the mall just for some other person in his life, which can be his mom or best friend or a colleague at workplace. The surprise that he's planning is not for you, and the moment he announces the same to you after you've spent almost like half a day with him shopping in the mall can really shock you from within. But remember, don't be impolite and rude and leave the place right away. That's a big time turnoff for Sigma males. To manage the situation, you could simply ask him the reason for not revealing the details beforehand so that you could have planned your time accordingly. Sigma males value women and also respect them, but in this situation, your Sigma man is nowhere disrespecting you if you've already become his favorite. He's only testing your tolerance levels by putting you in a messy situation. So, if you've passed the tolerance levels test by showing how calm and cool you are when your Sigma man has pushed your buttons, then he will take you to the next round of testing your emotional intelligence. Yeah, you heard it right. Test number 2, what is your EI? Sigma males don't fall in love instantly. They see a physically attractive woman. What matters to them is the emotional intelligence of a woman that will help them stick around for a longer time. Your Sigma man would want to know from you how intelligent you are, and not just in academic grades or professional salary package, but also at an emotional level. Your Sigma man may ask you engaging questions like, who will you save from the boat if it's between your dad and your husband? Or would you be willing to be the only breadwinner in the family if there's an economic slowdown and your husband loses his job? Or will you leave the relationship if there's a probable health issue in both or either of the partners that doesn't lead to childbirth? So these answers will not only judge your self-awareness, empathy, and motivation in life, but also help your Sigma man to know you well. Depending on the answers that you give to these questions, your Sigma man will consider if he wants to continue the dating timeline or not. Remember, dishonesty and lack of transparency really irks a Sigma man more than wanting to be in his good books. So, although you may think that you're lying to a Sigma man just so that he will consider you over others, remember, if he finds out in the long run that whatever answers you give are not your true self, then your relationship is seriously over right then and there. Test number 3. Are you really independent? Moving on to the next round of tests that Sigma males usually consider of most importance in their relationship is value for privacy and independence. Well, you may portray yourself as a modern woman who is free-minded and wants to live on her own will. But the definition of independence for Sigma males is not something you may like if you're quite a possessive lover in real life. For example, your Sigma man may want you to book tickets to Europe, and when you have already done all your research, right from the flight tickets to accommodation to sightseeing places, your Sigma man can give you the biggest surprise of your life, whether it is either his or your trip. Confused? Well, as we already noted how Sigma males love privacy and more of alone time to wear their deep thinking hats, they need the same not just from others but from their loved ones as well. So, as a romantic partner, your Sigma man can test to see how comfortable you are to live alone as your man is busy shopping or enjoying his me time in Europe. He may send you great pictures on WhatsApp to make you feel jealous of how wonderful he feels when he's left just alone. But do you feel lonely when he's not there around you? Do you feel left out in the relationship when your Sigma man ensures to take at least 2 vacations a year without you or anyone else in his life? Do you get self-doubts of how worthy you are as his partner or girlfriend just because you could see other couples hanging out in foreign locations, while you were simply out there in your bedroom, sleeping all alone, liking and commenting on the lovey-dovey photos of your friends? So, if these questions are worrisome for you to even imagine, then your Sigma man has given you the right test to understand the real meaning of independence and privacy. If you agree to these situations without feeling happy or comfortable about the same, then you're signing up for a relationship that your Sigma man may not continue with if he finds your real self. Giving space to each other and understanding why at the same time your Sigma man needs time away from you are two completely different things. Sigma males want to do things on their own, and that is quite attractive in such men. But when it comes to their expectation of their life partner to also live independently on their own terms and without expecting much in return, then that is far away from reality if you do not belong to that group. So, as we discussed, Sigma males do try out different situations with the women whom they want to get hitched to. Sigma males take relationships very seriously, so if you're a woman who wants to just casually date a Sigma male for a time pass, then you're mistaken. Sigma males never enter into such on and off relationships. All they want is a commitment in the backdrop of freedom and mutual understanding. If you really think that dating a Sigma male is not your cup of tea, then just drop out of the opportunity. You'll thank yourself later for sure because you saved 2 lives in the process. However, if you are a confident, assertive, and encouraging woman who loves all the traits of your Sigma male wholeheartedly and unconditionally, then proceed ahead and give all the tests frankly without any second thought. You never know, probably focusing on larger objectives in life than just being an attentive and possessive partner may work wonders for you in your life. Sigma males really don't have any high expectations from their partners. They only love women who are caring, supportive, less arrogant, more confident, more flexible to adapt to situations, and more willing to take risks and explore new experiences in life. However, not all women can actually fit into these ideals, and especially the weakest point in women to leave their partner alone for their me time is something not easy to handle for possessive lovers. As Sigma males seriously get involved in each aspect of their lives, so do their thinking process to do a thorough research on understanding who will be their life partner. If you really are fine with how Sigma males view their and their loved ones' lives, then have a bring it on attitude and pass on the tests successfully. If you liked watching our video, click on like and surely subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more such updates on Sigma males and females.